give you anything but love, baby. Na 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 na. Da, da, da. Not my cup of tea, I'm afraid. Da, 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 da. This Easter, the Lady Patience Powell will be travelling to Rome to visit her fiancé, Sir Anthony Peach. After a short stay, they will be joining Lord Arnold Reed's yacht in Nice. A wedding is planned for later this year. How jolly spiffy. Oh. What's me?
And so you haven't seen my glasses, have you? Whatever your name is?
Nancy.
Yes, Nancy. Red leather case. Seen them?
Red leather case?
Yes, that's them.
No, sorry, sir.
Oh, sod it. Sorry, thingy.
Hello, the Makepeace residence. Who room do you want? Mr. Howard, you say? Nah, sorry, he's busy. I said he's busy! Yeah, he can't find his specs. Could take him the rest of the day. Nah, the rest of that gallivanting someplace, no doubt. So who's this? Ernie West from the Duck and Grouse. Can I take a message? Oh yeah, I remember. Go on. I see. Yeah, leave it with me. Ta-da. Can I take a message? Bloody cheek. I say, Howard, be a pet and fetch me a cocktail, would you? And tell Cook that dinner will be at 8. Oh, God. Oh, my poor place. Get too old for this lark. I should be sunning myself on the Riviera or someplace by now.
You're a beast, Charlie Makepeace, an absolute rotter.
And you're just a lousy loser.
That serve was in, and you jolly well know it.
I'm afraid not, old thing, out by a country mile.
A gentleman would have given it.
But I am no gentleman.
And you are?
Nancy, miss.
Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy, that's me. General Dog's Body, I think they call me.
Oh, hello, Nancy. I'm Charlie, and this is my bad-tempered sister, Constance.
He's a pig, Nancy. Ignore him.
Well, I must say, it's very nice to have a young dog's body. Your predecessor should have been put out to pasture years ago.
Oh, Charlie, that is devilish unkind.
Well, the old dear was incontinent. She had the odour of a piss pot.
You see, Nancy, a pig.
Well, I'm afraid I must rush. A warm bath awaits.
And me. And don't you dare use that bath before me, Charlie!
Oh, there you are. You must be Nancy.
Yeah, that's me.
Beatrice Makepeace.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
Yes, Thorpe's told me all about you.
Oh, Thorpe, was he
The one that let you in, yes, the gardener, servant, general, handyman, dog's body sort of thing. Whatever you do, don't go into his potting shed.
Oh,
Yes, very touchy.
is he?
How anyone can smoke that stuff day in, day out defies me. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be very happy here. We're a little bit mad, but I'm sure you'll fit in.
Oh, I hope so.
Yes, Mabel, the one before you, she never quite understood how things worked round here. Nervous type.
So I've heard.
Have you? Oh well, poor thing. Very embarrassing going around with wet knickers all the time. Highly irregular. Anyway, do you like dancing? I love to dance. I could have been a ballerina. So my hips went.
he's lost his...
Miles.
No, his specs, his glasses.
No, well, I'm not surprised his head's in the cloud most of the time. But a word of advice. If he should ask you for a drink, whatever you do, don't give him whiskey. I mean, isn't that really? But there's something about whiskey that just doesn't agree with him.
Oh, it makes him sick.
No, not really. It just makes him very silly. Very, very silly. Well, I don't suppose you could make me a dry martini, could you?
Oh, well,
Oh, never mind, I'll do it myself.
She's here.
Who's here? Who?
That Biddy from the village.
Thorpe, we do not have biddies in our village. We have women and we have ladies.
Well, this lady is not a right Biddy. If you ask me, she means business.
No, Thorpe, such high drama. Remember the family motto.
Yeah. Stand proud and fuss.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Madam,
Yes?
there was a message earlier from the pub for Mr. Howard. I bet it was about her.
What message and who's
Her's a solicitor from the Makepeace Trust, and her's looking for Mr. Howard.
Oh my God! Howard! Oh, you know what this means?
Yeah. Agatha Makepeace passed on.
Oh, the inconsiderate bitch! Sorry about the language, Nancy. Oh, Uncle Thorpe, you've got brains. What do we do?
We lie.
We lie? Well, that's easier said than done. She'll be expecting to find Howard with a wife. No wife, no inheritance, no house, no jobs. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Found the little beggars in the loo of all places.
Howard, listen. There's a woman in the hall.
Really? Dead or alive?
Oh, look at me. This is serious, Scotty.
Serious. Got it in one.
Guess who's died?
No idea. Give me a clue.
Agatha.
Agatha?
Agatha Moneybags Makepeace, fingers on the purse strings. Agatha?
Oh, Agatha. The suffragette Agatha. Poor old Agatha.
Poor old nothing. Do you not remember the term of her will?
Of course I remember the will. We get the lot, and about time too.
No, we do not get the lot. Unless at the time of her death you are firmly wed, and we both know you are a million miles from matrimonial bliss.
Oh, crumbs. Well, it's not from a want of trying. I mean, I have had girlfriends.
Yes, I know. They've been very nice. Well, most of them. But unfortunately you have had a problem with the family motto. I understand you can stand proud, but your thrusting left a lot to be desired.
I say, that's a bit near the knuckle. Is nothing sacred?
Shall I go and dust or something?
Mummy! Charlie's bagged the bathroom and I'm absolutely livid. And there's a strange woman in the hallway who's looking dreadfully serious. Who's she?
She's a solicitor here to see your uncle.
Oh, Uncle. You haven't been at it again.
How dare you? That incident in the park was, to say the least, unfortunate. I was simply cruising the park, watching all the floral displays.
Of course you were.
Well, the jury believed it, so that's enough of that.
So what does this chippy want?
Your great aunt Agatha has decided to join the Celestial Choir, and this is her solicitor.
Oh, goody. So we'll be rolling in the jolly old shekels at last.
Oh, God.
Oh, Howard, chin up. Defeat is not the Makepeace way.
Shall I make a cup of tea or something?
No, sit down while we think. Oh, come on, Thorpe, you've got brains. What do we do?
I suggest we bide our time, pay for time. Let me have her in my potting shed for a few minutes. It'll give us time to think.
Excellent idea. Yes, good. Well, off you go. Right. You two, and you, Nancy. Come on, brain boxes switched on. Ideas. Anyone?
I can't complete and utter blank.
Ha! Nothing new there.
Oh, Howard, now is not the time for petty bickering. Our future is at stake. We could lose the house. No more holidays abroad. I mean, Constance and Thorpe, Nancy and Thorpe would have to go. And I mean, what would we do without them? But Constance, you'd have to get a job. No more tennis and tea cakes on the lawn for you.
Well, what would I do? I'd hate it. It would all be jolly rotten.
It's all right. You get used to it. I mean, your knees hurt a bit to start with, you know, when you're down on the floor scrubbing, but you can get knee pads and they help. Oh, and take my advice. Always wear gloves whenever you can, or you end up with hands like a labourer in no time.
Mother, are you listening to this? Am I to become a skivvy just like that?
I've just had a thought. Perhaps not.
Oh, don't do that. It's infuriating.
Well, at least I'm doing something. I mean, what are you doing there, sitting there like a stuffed turnip, contributing nothing whatsoever?
I'm sorry, but I have nothing to say. I confess this is all my fault. Yes, I could have married Matilda Staines if I'd had the chance. I mean, in time I would have got used to her bad breath and body odour, and her stupid snorting laugh. Silly me. What do I know?
Excuse me. Look, I don't mind, and I'm not sure what you think about this, but no, it's probably not a good idea.
No. Go on, Nancy.
Well, I'll do a bit of acting in the village, and I can do posh accents at a push.
Oh, bully for you.
Oh, come on, Constance, enough. Continue, Nancy.
Well, you know, like, if I look the part, say, like, with a nice dress and my hair done up nice and like, a splash of makeup, I think I would look pretty posh, if that's any good to you.
So you'll look posh, so what?
So I could pretend to be Mr. Howard's wife, you know, if he'd have me like.
Here, Finny.
Nancy Howard.
Nancy, yes. Right. Nancy, would you read this for me? Any way you like.
The Ministry of Transport has announced that in future it will be compulsory to indicate a right turn by extending your right arm out of the car. You must also raise your hand to indicate a stop.
Damn government interference. On top of that, I'll have to fork out a tenner a year for the rolls. I thought we'd won the war.
Oh, calm down, Howard, and concentrate. I mean, what do you think? Posh enough?
I thought she did surprisingly well, actually. Tad over the jolly old top, but otherwise quite convincing. Bully for you, Nancy.
Yes, needs must and all that. Well done, Thingy.
Nancy.
Yes, quite, Nancy.
And I quite agree. Constance, if you take Nancy upstairs and get her sorted out, whilst we sit down here and think what we're going to say to this solicitor biddy when they come in. All right, off you go, pair of you. Chop, 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 chop.
Absolutely.
Oh, we've done A to H and we still can't come up with a name.
There was a Hildegard in Baden-Baden before the war. Dreadfully big-breasted woman. Sang Wagner all day. Dress me up as Siegfried. I was Brunhilde. I still have nightmares.
I wish you hadn't started on the whiskey. You know what it does, Howard.
My dear sister, this is what is known as a serious whiskey situation.
And Howard, in a matter of seconds, Nancy will be coming down those stairs, and we still haven't found a name for her. All right, now we're up to I. Ready?
Hold on, old thing. I'm still waiting for Wagner to fade away.
Do you know, I think I'm going to write a book, and I shall call it Magnus and the Downfall of My Family.
Bloody good title, I'd buy it.
Oh, concentrate now. Focus, will you? Irene.
No.
Ida.
No.
Iris.
No.
Imogen.
Better, but no.
Isadora.
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 Isadora. Yes, yes. Do you know what? I think I could live with that.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. But Howard, you forget that name in front of this solicitor, Biddy, and I will personally do you some serious injury.
And here we are.
Well, darling, what a transformation. Howard?
Yes.
Is that all you can say? Yes.
Well, I think she looks rather splendid myself. I think she could pass for one of us any day, don't you?
Well, I think you're quite right. So, but what about showing some interest in your newly betrothed, Howard? You know, come on, come on.
I can stand on my own 2 feet, thank you.
Oh, Mummy. You haven't let him get at the whiskey again, have you?
I think we'll have a little more civility, young lady, if you don't mind.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
In fact, I think I need a topper.
Oh, you're going to stay right here and don't even think about sulking. Constance, can you come and stand and hold him up, please? Just sit side by side. Oh, please.
Beatrice, she is giving me the evil eye. Your daughter is giving me the eye.
I'm trying to help you, you old goat.
Nancy, we've chosen a new name for you. From now on, you shall be Isadora. No more Nancy just for now. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel? Actually, I feel reborn.
Oh,
I am revitalised, energised and sensitive to the finer things in life. I'm no longer shackled to the working class. And the world is out there to be enjoyed. There is no end to my adventurous spirit. The world is out there waiting to be explored, and I am ready to face it. So what do you think?
where on earth did that come from?
It was a play we did a few years ago, a Russian play. I was a peasant girl inspired by a magical monk.
Perhaps we could tone it down a bit.
Yes, just a bit, but I mean, jolly well done, Nancy. I mean, Constance, now, you go to the potting shed, tell Thorpe that we're ready for them now, and don't worry, we'll hold on to Howard. All right? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! What now? Well, where's Charlie?
Oh, in the bath playing with his little plastic ducks, most probably.
Oh, that would be nice to him, dear.
Be nice. Yes, I'll try.
Well, explain the situation. Tell him that we've lost a servant and we're in urgent need of a replacement. You know, a general servant, dog's body sort of thing.
Dog's body.
Yeah. Tell him I need him down here now and appropriately dressed.
He's not going to like it.
Oh, tell him it's all hands to the pumps and then the potting shed. Go!
This reminds me of a night in Napoli before the war. My God, could those Italian girls move their hips? Ladies of the night, you know. You don't get them round here. There's a definite lack of them.
I'm so pleased you managed to sow your oats all those years ago, but it's hardly the sort of information we need in the family archive, now is it, Howard?
Do you mind if I sit down? This room is spinning, don't you know?
Oh, Nancy, you sit on the settee next to him while I stand over here, so that when they come in, we will be the perfect picture of family harmony and bliss. Right, Howard, off you go. Make some fascinating conversation with your new wife. Isadora.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course,
You're very close to becoming extinct, Howard.
I am a long way out of my comfort zone, do you realise?
Think money, there's a good chap.
I say, Petal, would you be a darling and take me to Claridge's? I really must get topped out for the May ball.
Oh, excellent, Nancy. Now come on, Howard, keep going.
Claridge's, you say? Yes, why not? Let's make a day of it.
Well, actually, I thought we could book a suite for a few days at our favourite Dorchester. You know how I love to just spend. And there's that wonderful show that everybody's talking about, Choo Chin Chow. I mean, it sounds absolutely adorable.
But when, my precious, would we do this?
Soon, darling, soon. Perhaps next week.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm shuffling up to the Highlands next week. Fishing and shooting, you know. Can't miss it. Tradition this time of the year.
But darling, now that we are married, you have me to care for.
Yeah.
You can't expect to leave me here spending the long days just twiddling my fingers.
Yes, I suppose you have a point there. We'll get you a gun and some twigs.
I couldn't possibly kill anything. Darling, when we married, you knew I was a pacifist.
Were you? Are you?
You know I am, darling. In fact, I'm inviting the Pankhursts and a few of their friends round to stay for a few days. I thought we could turn this place into a centre for women's suffrage.
Hold on a minute there, Beatrice. I am not so sure about this.
Don't be such a silly old sausage. I mean, this is good. This is married life. You have to give and take.
I understand, but I seem to be giving too much and taking very little, if you ask me. I need a drink.
That's another thing, darling. You have to take care of yourself from now on. I don't want you dropping dead of a heart attack.
Oh, go on, Nancy, you tell him.
I refuse to be dominated like this. I want a divorce.
Oh, don't be a silly Billy.
Silly Billy? You're treating me like an infant. I am not an infant.
Oh, would an ickle dwinky winky make you feel all grown up?
No, I do not want an icky-wicky little drink towel very much, but I would like a very large scotch.
No, you don't, Howard. You've had quite enough. Now sit down and be a good boy.
Priceless.
Do you know, this reminds me so much of my dear departed husband, Rupert.
Oh, when did he pass over?
He didn't. He just departed. South America or somewhere, I think. Anyway, we could argue almost all day long about almost anything. And if I was in a good mood, I'd let him win.
This is Miss Frink, everyone.
Oh.
Do call me Francesca, please, or Fanny. I don't really mind.
Welcome, Fanny. This is Mrs. Isadora Makepeace and her husband, my brother, Howard.
Oh, real pleasure, I'm sure. I'm sure.
A beverage. A beverage, Fanny. Something to warm the cockles.
Do you know, Mr. Makepeace, that's really, really kind. But your very kind Mr. Thorpe has already been entertaining me in his little potting shed. And he's introduced me to some of the strange delights of the Orient.
Is that a fact?
Oh. I've never been here before. It's also very strange to me. I do love the colours. They're also vibrant and dazzling.
Perhaps you better sit down, Miss Frink.
No, do you know, I feel that if I really tried, I could fly. Well, why don't you try with me? We could fly together.
Maybe later.
No, we don't get colours like this in Chelsea. I'm going to have to sit down. It's just so overwhelming. I'm going to have to close my eyes.
Have you got any more of that? Have you got any more of that stuff?
Just you tip me the wink when you want to smoke, okay?
Connie, darling, could you go and tell Charlie that we're now ready for tiffin?
Yes.
So, you know this part of the world then?
No, never been here. It's just different. So different. I think I like it though.
Did someone say tiffin?
Oh, who is this delightful creature?
This is Charlie, the general suburban Ox body sort of thing.
I can tickle your taste buds with the delicacies of China. Or, if you prefer, we could sample the delights of the Assam teas so enjoyed by our glorious boys back in India. How can I satisfy you, Miss Frink?
Just call me Fanny.
Oh, Fanny, such an evocative name, like waves crashing on a pebbly shore. Fanny.
Oh.
Fanny.
Oh.
Fanny.
Charlie, I've been meaning to ask you, why are you not dressed in your usual working clothes?
Don't you remember? You told me to express my inner self wherever possible. This is the real me. I am an artiste. I am a pre-Raphaelite rediscovering the joys of living.
Do you know, that is exactly how I feel. I think I found a soulmate. Do you believe in the love between two women?
Be careful how you answer that, Charlie. I mean, Charles?
True love can exist in everyone as long as the door to the soul is opened up and all prejudice is pushed to one side. Take Mr. Howard and his lovely wife, Isadora, for instance.
Careful, Charlie.
In reality, like chalk and cheese. But here they are, existing in a bubble of loving harmony. Isn't that right, Isadora?
Oh yes, sir. You won't believe just how much I love my darling husband. He is my constant inspiration, my compass, my guiding light, without whom my life would be a senseless, shapeless, meaningless existence.
That is sheer poetry, Mrs. Makepeace. Sheer poetry. You know you have a very devoted wife, Mr. Makepeace. Mwah, mwah.
Yes, I suppose I do.
Well, funnily enough, when we heard you were coming, we talked about the peculiar circumstances that brought them together, didn't we, Howard?
Sorry?
We talked, didn't we, about how you met and how peculiar it was.
Oh, yes! It was very peculiar, it was.
It was, yes, it was better. It was.
Well, I'm sure Miss Frink would love to hear about it, wouldn't you, Miss Frink?
I certainly would. It sounds fascinating.
We met on a ship, actually. The Lucid. It was a lovely ship,
No,
the
the
Lusitania.
Mauritania. The Mauritania.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Of course, that would have been unfortunate, the Lusitania. Dreadful business, that.
We met during the fancy dress ball. Howard was a gorilla.
Was I?
Oh, he's got a terrible memory, haven't you, Pumpkin? Of course you were a gorilla. A very good gorilla, I must say. He brought the house down. Did you really? He was hilarious. He could actually walk and grunt, just like a gorilla. Couldn't you, Pumpkin? He likes me calling him Pumpkin, don't you, Pumpkin? It's a private thing.
Oh, you know, I can just feel the love flowing out of you. It's really warm and reassuring.
That night I was Cleopatra.
Oh.
And when I saw Howard for the first time with his head sticking out of his gorilla costume, well, it was love at first sight.
And that was that.
Yes, and we were married a week later by the captain in our fancy dress costumes.
You must agree, Miss Fink, it is a wonderful story, is it not?
I'm filling up.
You simply must ask Howard to show you his party trick.
Oh, I adore party tricks.
Oh, well, you must simply ask him to do his gorilla impression.
Should I?
Oh, go on. I ask him away.
Mr. Makepeace, if it's not too much trouble, would you show me your gorilla impression?
Yes, come on, darling. You know you love doing it. You do it all the time. He does it all the time. I mean, sometimes he skips around the garden and I pretend to be a big game hunter. We spend hours running around the shrubbery. It's very strangely erotic when I finally catch up to him, isn't it, sweetie?
If that isn't a sign of true love, I don't know what is. Go on, Howard. Show Miss Frink your gorilla.
My gorilla? I don't know about that.
Oh, come on, for me.
For you?
Yes, for your loving wife.
Of course. For my loving wife.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Don't they make a lovely couple?
Whiskey.
Anyone for tiffin?
I know they're in here somewhere.
Well, as you know, Miss Frink, we haven't seen dear Agatha for some years. I wonder if you could tell us how she actually passed on.
Well, that was a most extraordinary experience.
Really?
Oh, forgive me. If I tell you, please just forgive me. I'm in such a giggly mood today. Anyway, so, okay, I'll do my best. Straight face. So, as you all know, Aunt Agatha was a very accomplished horsewoman. So that morning, she was out on the heath as usual on her favourite grey mare, Ghost. Now on that particular morning, a certain Mr. Clancy was also out on the heath on a far too feisty stallion. Oh, that stallion was just too lively for him. He was dismounted and he broke his collarbone. The stallion then chased after Ghost. He ran up and he mounted him. Oh, the breath was rapidly squeezed out of Aunt Agatha, and she fell in front of the small crowd of helpless villagers. Where are we? No. Thank you. So, where are we? Okay.
Don't mind if I just open it a bit there.
Oh, thank you. That's much better. So. I have here the last will and testament of Agatha Ethel Matilda Makepeace of Old Farm Estate, Hereford. Now this will was amended as little as 3 weeks ago in my presence. She writes, "Dear all, I suppose you're all waiting with bated breath to hear what portion of my inheritance you have received. First of all, sorry to Howard. Howard, I know you are a confirmed bachelor, and I now realise it was wrong for me to try and impose marriage on you. It wouldn't have been fair on you or the young lady. No woman should ever have to put up with such misogynistic behaviour."
What the hell?
Quiet, Howard.
To continue, I wouldn't put it past you to feign a marriage, or Beatrice, so that you could claim my money. I have asked Miss Frink to check the local registrar on your marital status before entering the house.
Oh, God.
If Miss Frink discovers any skullduggery on your part, it will confirm what I have always thought of you, and all my money will go to supporting women's suffrage.
Oh, 3 cheers for good old Auntie Agatha.
Oh, be quiet.
Well, naturally, I carried out her wishes, and you know what I found.
The crafty old mare.
That's it. We get nothing.
No, that is the long and short of it, I'm afraid. However, she has left £30,000 for Thorpe, on the understanding that every penny is used to convert this house into a guest house, and Thorpe will be made manager of the property.
How dare she?
She said, and I quote, "The present family will become members of staff under Thorpe. Miss Frink, yours truly, will oversee these arrangements, and failure to comply will result in immediate withdrawal of funds." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that.
So, you knew all the time about me and Thingy?
I'm afraid so, Mr. Makepeace, but well done, your gorilla was magnificent. Oh dear. Oh, you should see your faces. I know I shouldn't laugh at other people's misfortune, but Yeah, it's just so funny and I haven't been able to stop giggling all day.
Thorpe, show Miss Frink out, please.
This way, Miss
dear. Goodbye, and once again, well done. It was a topping performance.
So, magnificent. That's me. A magnificent performance. Bloody hell, Beatrice. I'm a laughing stock.
But you were rather good, Howard.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Perhaps there is a career opportunity there somewhere.
We're not really broke, are we, Mummy?
Show me.
The well has dried up. The goose has stopped laying the golden eggs.
What about Aunt Harriet in Norfolk?
We don't talk about Aunt Harriet.
Oh?
She, the silly old bat, left all her money to some obscure religious cult. She now lives like a hermit. Absolutely bonkers.
It's a strain that's on Howard's side of the family.
I would have you know that we are a sensitive and charitable breed on our side.
Oh, of course you are. When I was married to your dear-departed brother, I came to learn how different he was from normal folk. I mean, his attempt to fly the channel with bird-feathered wings was so him, so very him.
Poor Daddy. Was he really mad, Mummy?
As mad as a hatter, some would say, but I prefer to think of him as just an example of a wild eccentric.
A one-off, that's for sure.
What about country club subs?
Cancel.
Tennis club?
Cancel.
Ladies' Association for the Research of European Primitive Art. You
Cancel.
can cancel the golf club then.
But I
Yeah,
can't.
no, but what's good for the goose, etc.
Tea, everyone.
Ah,
Oh, you're a lifesaver.
Oh,
Nancy.
she certainly is.
Oh, we're certainly going to miss you when you're gone, Nancy.
We certainly will. I thought you was damn convincing. You could pass for one of us at any time. However, needs must and all that.
Can I have your attention, everyone, just for a few minutes?
Now what?
be quiet.
I am still master of this house, and I am still allowed an opinion under my own roof.
Well, now, that all depends.
What was that?
What did you say? Miss Agatha Makepeace left me a set of instructions. In a nutshell, this house will now be known as the Makepeace Country Hotel and Spa. Yours truly, I will be running it along with my personal assistant, Nancy. The rest of you will be in charge of the bedrooms, the dining room and the spa activities. Failure to make a profit in the first 12 months will mean all funds will be removed and you'll all face redundancy. All clear, everyone?
Does that mean that now I'm an oik?
Oh, you can be an oik if you want to. Not for me, thank you very much. I'll go to Italy, Florence or somewhere, and model for artists. I'll marry an unknown genius and live in the sun.
No, you won't. You'll stay here. Now, Thorpe, would I be right in thinking that a spa needs a massage parlour?
Agreed.
Well, that's settled then. We now have a masseuse.
Oh, Mummy, it's so unfair.
None of us are in what you might call a state of ecstasy at the moment, but remember the Makepeace say that we never cower in times of trouble. We simply grin and bear it.
Which may be an opportune moment for me to remind everyone of the Makepeace motto. So, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Stand proud and prosper!